gonna be a long video. Hey everyone, it's your girl Naomi, and welcome back to my writing channel, where weird things happen on a daily basis. Like random name changes that actually aren't that random. Today's video is going to be dedicated to the problems that writers face sometimes on a daily basis. Earlier this year, I made a video on the cons to being a writer. Let me just clear the air and say that this video is not at all the same. Cons, when defined, literally means something that works against your favor. And let's just be real with one another for a second, like 100% honest. Sometimes problems aren't really problems. Like, they're sometimes not to the same pedigree as a con, if you catch my drift. For example, you eat too much. That is a problem. So I love food, whatever. You have a drinking problem. You need help. So I know how to have a good time, and if by help you mean getting this mimosa into my belly faster, then please, by all means. While these topics are labeled problems, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not exactly upset to be cursed with some of them. I mean, not all of them, but some of them. And obviously, I mean this video in good fun, so if these are things that you actually struggle with and they're problems, not problems, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to poke at your nerves. Mimosa? Let's get started, shall we? So here, in my humble opinion, are the top 7 problems writers face on a daily basis. Number 1, needing to procrastinate. I hate cleaning my house. Like on a scale of 0 out of 10, it is -100, would not recommend. But I would clean my house 5 times in a row for like 10 hours straight just to avoid writing. And I honestly don't know why I do this to myself, because I love writing. I live and breathe it, and I'm so happy when I'm doing it, and when I'm not doing it, I'm so cranky. And really, who wins in this equation? Probably only my house, because it got cleaned 5 times in a row. So I always manage to convince myself that there is enough time in the day for me to clean the house that many times, run the errands, work out, do all these things, and that I'll still have time to get the amount of writing I want done during the day. And by the end of the day, when I'm just completely exhausted, I start panicking and panic write, and it's just crap, and it's all my fault, and yet I know I will do the exact same thing the next day. Number 2, getting easily distracted. Just like procrastination, I sometimes do this on purpose. Sometimes I can barely sit in my chair long enough to maybe write like a 5-worded sentence before I'm back out of my chair and doing something else. Ooh, my cat just rolled on her back, and I really need to rub her belly. Ooh, my coffee's almost empty. I gotta get a refill. Oh, what a beautiful day it is. I better sit here at my computer but stare out the window for 5 hours straight just because, oh, it's a beautiful day. Wait, what? You actually thought I was gonna go outside? Don't be silly. Are you serious? Thank you. I'm working here. And sometimes getting distracted catches me by surprise. Like I'm doing something and I don't even realize I'm doing it. I think I'm writing, but I'm actually opening my Twitter feed. I think I'm writing, but I'm actually watching cat videos on YouTube. And I'm like, what the heck? How did I get here 5 hours later? Oops. Number 3, finding a life balance. This is something that I legit struggle with. This is one of the problems that is actually a problem for me. Writing is one of the loves of my life. I need to do it. I need to do it in order to feel satisfied and whole and me. But sometimes, and I don't know about you, but sometimes writing is like an all-day event for me. I'm a pretty slow writer, so I can't just word vomit over the screen, just paragraphs upon paragraphs, and then just tell myself that I'm gonna edit it later to make it perfect. Like, there's no way that I can possibly make it perfect now, but I really try hard to... Nitty? Thank you. Sit pretty. Jeez, she's gonna be at the death of me, honestly. So when I plan to have like a writing day, to write a scene, to write a chapter, to write whatever, I more or less have to scratch out my entire day. There's not a lot of time to do much of anything else. So what about your other hobbies? What about swimming and working out and running? And what about your day job that takes up a lot of your time? What about your friends that think you've forgotten about them and they, to be honest, forgot what you look like because it's been forever since you've seen them? What about doing other things like reading? That balance is sometimes a very difficult thing to find, and I struggle with it every single day. Number 4, convincing yourself that you need writing rituals. You just have to wear your burgundy cardigan that has the mustard stain on the sleeve that is in a shape of a heart. You just have to light the candle and put it on your desk and let it burn for approximately 2 hours before you can write. Making sure that it is a full moon, but not just a full moon, a blood moon. Because you're writing about werewolves, it only makes sense. Okay, but on a more serious level, I do understand that rituals sometimes work for people. They create discipline, they create organization, but a lot of the time, creating a ritual is just another way for a writer to kind of avoid writing. Like, what if you don't have the Yankee candle that smells like a child's tears? You better scratch the day off, no writing's going to get done. But really, what if you can't perform part of your ritual before you write? It actually does become a problem because you're going to feel off about the entire writing session. You're going to feel just slightly askew. Number 5, feeling torn between wanting to tell everybody, literally everybody, about your book versus maybe becoming a mute and a hermit, like all in one. This is something I also struggle with on a daily basis. Some days I just want to climb up on every rooftop, provided there's a ladder and I'm being supervised, and I just want to proclaim to the world that I'm a writer. Look at me. This is my book. Look at my book. This is what my book's about. You're gonna love it. Look at me again, because I'm a writer. I'm amazing. And some days I wonder how much it would cost to invent a human-sized shell that I can just strap onto my back and crawl into whenever the subject of writing appears in my general presence. It is not that we are ashamed of being a writer, and it's not even that we are ashamed of our book baby. We love that thing. We will die for it if we need to. I think a lot of the time, for me anyways, I am really worried about where the conversation's gonna go. If they're gonna ask really hard questions that maybe I can't answer because I'm the writer, I'm supposed to know everything there is about writing and publishing and editing and words and all these things, when that is not true. And if the topic of my book baby comes up, what if I explain it poorly? What if I just end up trailing after myself and painting it in a bad light, and I forget my elevator pitch and it just keeps going in a vicious circle and the stress is real? Number 6, becoming addicted to caffeine. Seriously, it is a legit problem. We need it to think, to form sentences, to not murder anybody, to survive. If we don't have our daily caffeine fix, our day is more or less shot. And it doesn't have to come in the form of coffee. It can come in the form of tea, chocolate. Number 7, finally, the compulsive need to buy all the things. The notebooks, the pens, the highlighters, the funky writer mugs, and the posters, and the pieces of wood that say writer's block on them, and the jewelry. Literally anything that implies I'm a writer, I am just so invested in, and I want to get, and I'm obsessed with it. Do I need it? No. I mean, is it cool? Yes. But I don't need it, says the girl that has like 20 plus notebooks. Yes. And there you have it. Writing isn't always rainbows and sunshine. In all seriousness, every job out there is going to have problems attached to it. But it does help if you can laugh and find good in the bad and just try to make positive situations out of those negatives. With that said, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I post new vlogs every other Thursday. If you want me to talk about something, or if you'd like to drop a line and just say hi, you can message me on here or tweet me at ntiesenauthor. As always, I have my little linky loose swimming down there in the description box for you. If you want to check out my Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, all those fun things, you know where to find them. Until next time, happy writing. Bye!